Dubai! 11 Airbnbs, $10,000 in 30 days. But not all luxury is real. I even asked for refunds. Would you? Our very first Airbnb experience in Dubai was in Jumeirah Village Circle, JVC, one of the city's budget-friendly districts. We checked into a brand new Bugatti building at night. At first glance, it looked elegant. A glossy lobby, tall ceilings, modern finishes. The concierge tried to take a photo of our door code, a bit too enthusiastic about security. The apartment itself was spacious and bright, but the details told a different story. In the bathroom, we found a mark left by a comb that looked almost fossilized. One bed was completely missing. When I asked where my kids were supposed to sleep, the answer was, "Tomorrow, sir." Apparently, one night doesn't count. In the kitchen, ants were already settled in. The biting kind. By the morning, we were done. We took photos, contacted Airbnb, and to their credit, they refunded us immediately. We had planned to stay longer, but sharing the place with an ant colony wasn't on the plan. The pool? The listing photo promised an oasis. Reality came with a full view of nearby construction workers. Wow. That was JVC. Affordable, promising, and a good reminder that brand new doesn't always mean ready for guests. After our little ant safari, we moved on to our second Airbnb, this time in Business Bay, one of Dubai's most central districts. From the first glance, it felt like we were finally back in civilization. The building was a damak, friendly wallet, shiny marble lobby, and the signature Dubai scent that makes you forget your previous trauma. For a moment I thought, yes, this is it. Our new home was a studio. Compact, clean, well, almost. Because on one of the plates we found something that looked like leftover teriyaki sauce. Not exactly a warm welcome snack. The terrace came with a vacuum cleaner and a mop. Outside, the highway never stopped humming. Still better than ants. But of course, there was a twist. We had beds, but no bed sheets. When I asked the staff, they smiled and said, "Sir, everything is in the laundry." I'm sorry, what did you find out? So, because we need the bed for the kids, you know? Apparently, the entire building chose the same laundry day. Still, progress is progress. We had a pool with a canal view, a small gym, and even a glimpse of the Burj Khalifa in the distance. Sure, you had to bring your own towel to swim, but after JVC that felt like luxury. All that for about 130 euros a night, right in the heart of Business Bay. So this was our second Airbnb. Modest, slightly chaotic, but a huge relief. And our Dubai adventure was just getting started. Finally, we headed to the sea. That night, we stayed on the beachfront by Imar, a massive residential community with over 27 towers, around 10,000 apartments, and 1.5 kilometers of private beach. It's calm, exclusive, and almost too clean to feel real. The only catch? There's nothing around yet. No supermarkets, no small shops, everything has to be delivered. If you forget salt, you're basically seasoning your dinner with regret. The host, who had been messaging me non-stop, managed to leave us waiting in the lobby past check-in time. Classic Airbnb moment. When we finally got in though, I'll admit it looked stunning. Bright, modern, with that clean, elegant scent that almost makes you forget the waiting part. We were told we were only the second guests ever to stay here, which sounds great. We are only second guests. Until you notice a few tiny details suggesting the first guests may have stayed a little too long. Still, the apartment felt fresh and well designed. Big balcony, minimalist furniture, soft lighting, and a view that honestly beats most 5-star hotels. You could stand there and wave to your neighbors or just stare across the bay at billion-euro villas on the Palm. At the night, the vibe was unreal. Marina on one side, calm sea on the other. I felt like living inside a postcard. All that for about 160 euros a night. The beach was just as special. Shallow water, perfect for kids, though you do share it with quite a few sea creatures. Crabs, small fish, and apparently something much bigger, because at one point lifeguards cleared everyone out of the water. We never saw what it was, but it definitely kept things interesting. So we moved on to the pool instead, sitting in the afternoon shade above Dubai Harbor, a marina that fits up 1,100 yachts. Not a bad place for a swim. I always mention both, the good and the bad. And yes, some people might say, Martin, you book cheap Airbnbs and then complain. But that's not the point. I'm looking for value. And value isn't just about price. This Airbnb proved it. For roughly the same money as before, we got 3 times the experience. Airbnb number 3 done. And our Dubai journey still just getting started. Finally, we reached the Hollywood of Dubai. 4 massive towers, each 270 meters high, built to make even Tom Cruise look like a background extra. Welcome to the Damak Paramount Towers. We booked an apartment here for just 120 euros a night. And trust me, what we found inside was shocking. Even pretty women would be jealous. Until we met the parking situation. There were more cars waiting for wallet than influencers at the free brunch.
So what's the point making me the round again? You want me to drive around with 2 kids and I cannot enter the hotel because you are not able to get rid of the cars?
You want to give to wallet?
Wallet parking, yes.
Instead of moving the cars blocking the entrance, they wanted me to drive in circles. Not exactly efficient, but eventually they figured out that moving cars works better than explaining why they won't. Once inside, honestly, it was worth the stress. Then we went up, 58th floor, and the apartment looked luxurious and wet. The floor was soaked and the cleaning team was still inside. We basically checked in during their shift, long after official check-in time. When they finally left, another twist. We couldn't leave the apartment. The only access card they left us was broken. 5:30 and we were still not officially checked in. Classic Airbnb, but honestly worth it. The apartment was huge, 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 terraces, a beautiful kitchen and Louis Vuitton cups. The real ones. We know because we found the receipts from Dubai Mall. The view? Unreal. 58th floor above Dubai, skyscraper so close you could wave to your neighbors. At night, the city glows beneath you, magical and slightly terrifying. Downstairs, the pool looked like a movie set. Waterfalls, palm trees and about 20 sunbeds for 1,200 apartments. We tried walking around the area. Bad idea. To get in and out of the building, you have to walk directly on the road with the cars, right where your insurance starts asking questions.
Can take the side last or can go up?
There is no main entrance?
No.
After 4 nights, we realized something strange. This was our cheapest Airbnb, yet easily the most luxurious. New furniture, insane scents, beautiful design, all for 120 euros a night. Probably owned by a rich investor who's never even seen the place. Would I stay here again? Absolutely, just not in summer, unless you enjoy 50 degrees walk and competitive sweating. So goodbye Louis Vuitton life in the sky, next stop something completely different. So stay tuned and stay with Martin. Finally, we moved to Dubai Marina, right into the famous Sparkle Tower, the glittering one by the water. And yes, it actually sparkles at night. At first glance, it looked perfect. Wallet parking, a cozy elegant lobby, and a very friendly concierge. He even told my wifey which way to push the trolley. And honestly, every man around, including me, just watched her push the heavy luggage like a queen on a mission. Inside, the apartment looks surprisingly fresh, modern, bright, polished and clean. Except for one detail, the ear sticks. I always say anything you put into a body opening should be hygienically sealed. This wasn't. The host clearly tried hard, decorating every corner, sometimes a bit too much, like a picture claiming to show a mosque in Dubai, while it was very obviously from Abu Dhabi. But the best part? The view. We weren't high up, and I loved that. I could actually see the boats, the water, feel the real marina vibe instead of just staring down from the sky. Marina's big advantage is location. JBR Beach is right there. but it doesn't have the exclusivity of the Palm. You can feel it's more about partying and showing off, so if you're looking for calm, romance or luxury, this probably isn't it. At night, Marina comes alive. Lights, music everywhere, and the giant Ain Dubai wheel finally working adds a festive touch to the skyline. Then came the reality check. Noise, non-stop. 4 lanes of Lamborghinis pretending to be Formula 1 while barely moving in traffic. At that point, you start missing the quiet. And just when I thought the drama was over, we went to pick up our car from the wallet. They looked at me and said, "Sir, you have no car." Interesting, because I definitely drove one there. 5 people started searching. One disappeared behind the door. You found the car? Okay, perfect. Nice. For a few minutes, I was sure our car was gone forever. So, would I stay here again? Maybe, but honestly, Marina is starting to feel a bit too chaotic, too noisy, and simply too touristic. After the Marina, we wanted something calmer, so we moved to Dubai Hills. The listing looked perfect. New photos, great description, 0 reviews. We thought, brand new place? In reality, it was probably just a re-uploaded one with the bad reviews quietly deleted. The moment we walked in, something felt wrong. Sticky floors, worn furniture, a glass wall cleaned with a potato, and a smell somewhere between construction site and wet socks. My wifey opened the curtains, and we understood why the place was still available. The host texted, "Everything okay, sir?" I said, "Not really." First he claimed it was perfectly clean, he checked himself. Then promised to come in a few minutes. 90 minutes later, nothing. After I sent photos, he said he would give us a full refund only if I promised not to leave a bad review. That's when I knew Airbnb horror story. We opened cases, made calls and waited. 5 hours later, we finally got our full refund. The irony, outside everything looked perfect. New buildings, palm trees, luxury cars, almost like Beverly Hills. Even the pool looked great, until you realized it was right next to a construction site. So we left. No place to stay, no plan. With 2 tired kids in the car, we crossed into Sharjah. Found a cheap hotel, big clean rooms, perfect for one night. Best decision of the day. The next morning the view was different, but at least we saw what the life looks like just 20 minutes outside Dubai. The grandeur residences sounded, well, grand. Private beach, marble lobby and fake flowers. The apartment looked good. Spacious, 2 rooms, walk-in closet, 2 bathrooms that could use a small renovation.
The alarm is on, yeah. Sorry, we don't know what it is. It's coming from here.
Then, just minutes after check-in, the gas alarm started screaming.
Quiet. Silence.
Still, the pool area was beautiful. The kids' pool was crowded and I wouldn't trust the water 100%. But the main pool, surrounded by palm trees. Private access to the beach that finally felt like Dubai luxury. Until dinner, when the ants arrived. Real ants, even inside a sealed pack of spaghetti. So, was it worth 170 euros a night on the Palm? For the location, yes. For the experience, unforgettable. Overall, we were happy, because for the first time, we finally had a clean beach and the proper resort-like atmosphere we've been looking for. Next stop, downtown. Just minutes from the Burj Khalifa, we checked into Clarence Tower. From the outside, it looked great. Modern building, clean lines, perfect location. From the inside, expectations met reality. The host was new to Airbnb, and it showed. The bed was literally inside a wardrobe. At least the kids could easily check if the Wi-Fi was still working. The lamp looked nice, but there was no plug anywhere near it. The safe had no batteries, and the premium coffee capsules for the morning? Well, no coffee, just milk. The building itself wasn't bad. The noise, however, was next level. Construction all day and all night. So loud that even the host left us earplugs right next to the beds. On the bright side, Dubai Mall was just a few minutes away. If only our balcony faced the Burj Khalifa, not the bulldozers. So would I stay here again? Probably not. But at least now I know exactly what it feels like to live in the middle of Dubai's biggest construction site. Next, Redemption. The grande signature residences next to Dubai Opera, just steps from the Burj Khalifa. From the moment we walked in, I knew this was different. 63rd floor, huge windows, bright marble and a PlayStation 5 in the living room. For a second, it felt like a 5-star hotel. Everything looked perfect until we opened the drawer and found random hair extensions. Then the washing machine tried to escape the apartment. But the view? Unreal. Burj Khalifa right in front of us, infinity pool below us, and that floating above the city feeling. And yes, we had the world's largest dancing fountain right below us. Unfortunately, during our stay it was under maintenance, so we couldn't enjoy it from this exclusive viewpoint. The pool was just as impressive, surrounded by the opera, the address residences and Dubai Mall. At night, downtown felt calm, cinematic, pure Dubai. After all the chaos, this finally felt like real luxury. If you want to feel like you own Dubai, this is the place. After busy days in downtown, we finally returned to the Palm, to Anantara Residences, a Thai-inspired resort surrounded by water and calm. From the outside, it looked like paradise. Palm trees, lagoon pools, a friendly wallet, but inside, it felt more like Thailand in 2005. Huge dark rooms, only one window for the living room and the kitchen, and an old intercom system that looked straight out of Star Wars. The apartment was big. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, but the smell of sewage reminded us this definitely wasn't the Four Seasons. The kitchen looked tired, the bins were tiny, and the washing machine had clearly survived a few wars. Still, the peace was priceless. No traffic, no skyscraper noise, just birds, palm trees, and silence. The pool was beautiful, with sand literally mixing into the water. A pool and beach in one. Perfect for lazy people. And a private lifeguard watched us like a hawk the whole time. Yes, the place was old, but after downtown's chaos, this finally felt like a vacation. For €200 a night, it wasn't luxury Dubai, but it was peace. And it truly felt like a real resort. And that final view, happy seniors relaxing with a €15 beer in hand, says it all. Don't worry though, the water is only knee-deep. The next Airbnb was our last in Dubai, and also the most expensive one. It was on Blue Waters Island, a $1.6 billion island with just a few residential buildings surrounded by water and silence. The kind of place that already feels expensive before you even step inside.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Which one is Blue Waters Residences 3? Behind this one, yes?
Getting there was easy. No traffic, no chaos, just calm water and city slow disappearing behind us. It felt more like a private resort than an Airbnb. The apartment was huge. A corner unit with massive living room, 2 bedrooms, multiple bathrooms, and a view that didn't feel real. sea on one side and the world's largest observation wheel on the other. In the photos it looked perfect. And honestly, most of it was. The kids had their own ensuite room with a TV so big we basically lost them. The master bedroom felt calm, spacious and very hotel level. Then we found the extra room, hidden behind secret doors, with its own tiny bathroom. Officially for nanny or the maid. Unofficially, I leave that to your imagination. The kitchen was fully equipped, a coffee machine, milk frother, air fryer, the kind of Airbnb where you don't just sleep, you actually live. Of course, it wasn't flawless. Some blinds didn't work and some views were more Dubai reality than postcard. Palm trees in front, chimneys behind. At night, the fire alarms blinked non-stop like sleeping next to a runway. But outside, everything made sense again. Silent streets, perfect cleanliness, security everywhere and the level of calm you almost forget exists in Dubai. Was it perfect? No. Was it expensive? Very. But as our final Airbnb in Dubai, it felt like the right ending, not about saving money, but about space, privacy and briefly living someone else's life. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. It's free and it helps a lot. Thank you and see you in the next one very soon.